G'day guys, Steve with Broken Sprocket. In this video we're going to have a look at the RM, the progress that I've made lately and what's also coming up. So let's get started. Let's start by taking the bike out into the sunlight so we can have a good look at it. Alright, first of all you can see there are new plastics on the bike. Now I've gone with the original type of plastics for the bike, and I wanted to go original because there's lots of modern looking Suzukis around. It's time to keep some of the old gear going around as old gear. So that's why I decided to keep it as original plastics and not go for the newer type restyled kits. Okay, we've got the fuel tank that needs to get these scratches taken out and rebuff it up so that it looks like a new tank again. I also have on the fuel tank this bolt, which was actually the very first bolt I touched on the bike that's stuck in there. I need to take it out, and I've got some JB welds to go in there, and hopefully that will hold that the lock nut in there, and then it will be usable again. As you can see, the bike's been sitting for a long time, building up a lot of dust. Well, that's about to change because I want to get to the finished product on this bike. I have new chain and sprockets that are here that need to go on the bike. The rear brakes aren't assembled yet. They need to be assembled, and also have the brakes bled. The front brakes I'm having problems with. Now the front brakes are all together. I've got fluid in here, but I cannot get the fluid to go past this master cylinder. I've pulled the master cylinder apart, I've taken the piston out, I've checked the rubbers and such like that, and everything looks to be okay, but no matter what I do, the fluid will not pass through this master cylinder. So I'm going to have a look at that. I've also tried the cable tie trick where you keep it like this overnight. I've even had it like that for a week, nothing will pass. So it may need a kit in it. What looks good may not be good internally. There may be something wrong with it, so I'm going to have to probably buy a kit for this front brake master cylinder. Okay, the engine is ready to start. There's only one thing stopping it from starting, and that's the exhaust system. Now I've been working on the exhaust system and I'll show you what I've done there. Okay, here's the tailpipe for the RM125. It's still disgustingly dirty and things like that. Also, there's a new seat cover for the RM, a new strike seat cover. That looks pretty good. Back to the exhaust. Now, I'm just going to run the standard exhaust system, but as you can see here, it's disgusting. It looks terrible, and it is. So I've just gone over this with some sandpaper. I think it was 300 grit, and that was only quick, about, I don't know, 1 minute's worth, and it's going to bring it up nice. Now what I have to do is pull the whole exhaust system apart so I can clean this piece of aluminium up and get it up looking really nice, and then I will be repainting these black pieces with some heat-proof black paint to make it look factory looking, and repacking the exhaust with some new packing. So that's what's going to happen with the tailpipe. Now the expansion chamber is another story. Okay, over my dirty looking workbench is the expansion chamber for the bike. And what I've done is I've blocked off the end of it so I can put air pressure in here, and I've used a heat gun to pop out the dent here. Now this was a fairly large dent. Now this paint's not going to stay on here. I just put this bit of paint on so that it shows up in the video. Now this dent was quite a large dent. It went across like this here. Now that popped out quite easy. The harder ones are the ones here at the front end of the pipe. Now these ones are much smaller and they're much harder to get out, so I need to spend a little bit more time on this front piece here to get this bit up looking good. And I should be able to get it, it just takes more time, and they are harder to get. The smaller the dent seems to be harder to get out. So that's where I am with the expansion chamber. This one here came out good, but these little ones here need some more work. And that's all that's stopping the engine from running, is the exhaust system. This here is the new chain and sprockets. I'm just waiting on the front sprocket, which my supplier has informed me has now turned up. And also I've got a graphic kit that is also coming for the bike that hasn't arrived yet too, so the graphics will be going on with the plastics, and that's pretty much close to a finished bike by then, once all that's on. I've also got a new O-ring cover for this clutch cover because it doesn't seal, so it needs a new O-ring for the cover here. So that's just a quick update on the RM125, and hopefully this bike will be finished very soon. Hey, watch this video next, or go to the Broken Sprocket video library and choose another top video. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. After all, it's for free and guaranteed to make your day 20% better. If you're already a subscriber and you're having a bad day, just think it could have been 20% worse. You can also follow Broken Sprocket on Instagram. So I'll see you in the next video.